Yeah, so it's the 40th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers. I think that is pretty crazy. Um, it's pretty crazy because I remember I got my Nintendo Entertainment System. We just called it the Nintendo because it was the only one at the time. Um, I got it when I was in kindergarten, so that was like 1989. So this was like the Super Mario Brothers was like the pack-in game. It came with Mario and Duck Hunt, and I remember Super Mario 2 was out, and yeah, that was kind of like the only games we really knew for Mario. I know the arcade existed and Donkey Kong existed, but like um, as far as like the home console thing, that was it, you know. And who knew that it was he was gonna be bigger than Mickey Mouse, right? I mean, that was the latest poll shows that kids and more, well, not just kids, but like more generations recognize Mario than Mickey. You know, so that's pretty neat. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll get started here real quick before I just play through the games. I wanted to play through the Mario Brothers series. I'll just keep playing Mario games until I get tired or just run out of time or whatever. And but yeah, I wanted to before I start, I wanted to talk about the Nintendo Direct. I don't know if you guys watch those, but Nintendo had a Direct, and they spent I think the first 20 minutes just focused on Mario because of the anniversary, and it was pretty interesting. Some of the stuff they had to say. They got the museum in Kyoto, I think it is, and they're gonna have like exhibits, like special Mario stuff going on there. They're sponsoring like a marathon as well, like all sorts of stuff like in Japan. So if you live out there, I'm always a little bit jealous of people who live in Japan as a gamer and enthusiast of like I guess you would say kawaii stuff like Sanrio and that kind of stuff because Japan actually like they push that just the same way as in like America and Europe they push I don't know whatever our cartoons, our culture, our sports, that kind of stuff. Like in Japan, like they'll straight up have like a Dragon Quest parade in like a city. You know what I mean? Like you would never see that like anywhere outside of Japan. So yeah, so for the Mario 40th, they're doing a bunch of stuff. I think people kind of got it misconstrued. They thought like 2025 was going to be all about Mario because of the 40th anniversary. But I think the way Nintendo works is they consider the start date and give it the year after. So like September 13th, 1985 is when it originally came out. So September 2025 is when they started. So it's just getting started now, right? So for the next year, they're going to be doing Mario stuff. But yeah, so the Nintendo Direct, as far as gaming goes, I mean, the Mario stuff was pretty cool. I guess Switch 2 upgrade for Mario Wonder. I love the Mario Wonder, so I don't know if I'll play it on stream, but I played the original on my own, and I wouldn't mind playing it on stream as well. But yeah, we'll see because I don't stream regularly. Obviously, I'll take a week off here, a week off there, but I still want to play video games in that week. So if I commit to playing a game on stream, I also have to, personally accept the fact that I might not play a game that I want to play. So I watch out for promises I make now. But I already played Mario Wonder, so we'll see. Yeah, not much new stuff. I guess Mario Galaxy Collection is pretty cool. Yo, what's up, Millie? 40 Marios is too many. What about 35 Marios? Remember the 35th anniversary? When they made that game called Mario 35? Like, that game was so good. Like I don't understand why Nintendo got rid of it. I wish they would just bring it back, you know? Or bring back Mario 40, or you know, or just like do like F-Zero, just do Mario 99. But yeah, I mean, the Mario Galaxy Collection, I mean, that looks cool, but you know, it's an old game. So that's kind of just there, I guess, to preserve it for people, you know. It's 15 years old, so if you're 15 years old right now, that means you weren't around when it was new, so it's something new for people like that. Or, you know, you're at a restaurant? That's awesome. Well, I'm glad. Ask if you could put this up on the big screen, and we'll talk to everybody in the restaurant. Let them all like and subscribe and scrub timber and spub and flick my bell and all that stuff. Yeah, but yeah. So the new Mario stuff. I mean, it's not new, except the movie. They're gonna do a Mario Galaxy movie. I guess they're tying it in with the. They released the Galaxy Collection that's coming out. And then I guess the big reveal for Mario is something that nobody knew. They're making a new Yoshi game, which is funny because I was actually just talking to a friend of mine. I was like, yeah, I've been kind of wanting to go back and play the Yoshi games. I want to go play Yoshi's Island, Yoshi's Story, and then like the Yoshi World stuff, like the Woolly World, Crafty World. And then, yeah, they announced, like, Yoshi and, like, you know, the magical book or something like that. It looks really cool. It's not really a Mario game to me. I think Yoshi became its own thing. But I guess it's fine that they include that in the Mario part of the announcement. Another thing that, you know, I'm gonna glaze over the Direct real quick because I feel like everybody has kind of said their piece. Everybody has a take, and everybody, you know, wants to get their opinion out there. I understand that. I have an opinion on a lot of things too. Some of them I wish to share. Some of them I think is just redundant. Like, you know, like the paid DLC stuff. You know, like, yes, Donkey Kong got paid DLC. The game isn't even like 3 months old or something, right? It came out like two months ago, or maybe 3 months ago, and they got paid DLC. So a lot of people are kind of like, well, they didn't like just make it in that time. Obviously, they had it and they withheld it from the release so they can sell it later. So not only was the game $70, but now it's gonna be like, I don't know, $15-20 for the bonus content, right? Or quote-unquote extra content, even though it's stuff that, you know, could have been included, you know. And then, you know, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But I was like, yeah, maybe, you know, maybe they just have been developing it, you know. And it actually is new, and it wasn't ready on release day. But then they announced Pokemon. It already has paid DLC for a game that didn't even come out yet. So that one just kind of like, I was like, all right, come on now. You know. Another thing that was kind of interesting is they want to do the Virtual Boy on the Nintendo Switch Online, which I was like, okay, that's cool. There's only like 20 games or something, so you could just have like the entire collection, like the whole Virtual Boy collection on like the Switch. You know, Virtual Boy was, you know, pretty much a failure commercially. I played the Wario Land game on it, and that game was beautiful. So I was just really happy that game has like a place, you know, put it on the Switch Online. But then I saw that you can't just play them in 2D. You have to buy glasses and play it in VR. So like, what I'm paying a subscription for the Nintendo Switch Online, and they have these games available, but I can't look at them. Literally can't look at them unless I buy goggles that cost like $100, or there's like a $25 cardboard. I guess what was that thing that they Labo? Like there's a Labo kit to make a cardboard pair for $25, which that's not too bad. I guess maybe I'll do that and just put my old Switch 1 in it, and my old Switch 1 will just be a Virtual Boy at that point. But you know, it's like, why couldn't they just put that in 2D for those who just have the expansion pack or whatever for the online, and they could go on, they could play it in 2D. Not that big a deal. At this point, I think Nintendo is just like very successful, so they're doing things that like might not be commercially popular just to see what kind of stuff will stick. So you know, I guess to that end, sure, why not, right? And then also, what was it? I was playing through, like, what was it? Christmas of 2023, right? I started an endeavor. I wanted to play the entire Dragon Quest series from 1 to 11, right? On their original hardware. So, or, you know, in their original platform. You know, I was using like, you know, emulators and stuff to play the old ones. And, you know, I was playing through all of them, and I would like to do like a full review on here of that, so I'm not going to get too into each one right now. But I will say there's one that stood out in a bad way, and it was 7. Dragon Quest 7 was a real low point for me, because I really liked 6. I thought 6 was really good. I played that on my DS. That one I did real hardware. I had the DS, and I played it on there, and it was really good. And yeah, then after that, I played 7 on the PlayStation 1. And it's the only one in the series that I didn't finish. So I was like really bummed about that. I felt bad. You know, it has mixed reviews. Some people love it, some people hate it. But I just couldn't finish it. You know, it was really long, and you know, I kept getting to these parts where, like I said, I don't want to do a full review of it, but like, let's just say like it's just very repetitive, and I feel like they padded the game by making you do the same thing like 3 times. You know, instead of doing a dungeon once, beating the boss, they made you do the dungeon and then go back to the past, do the dungeon again in the past, and then do it again in present time with like the new like changes that happened because you interfered with the past. One of those situations, and I just lost interest. And I was like, I need to move on. So I moved to 8, and then 8 was like one of the best ones ever, you know. Like not even just for Dragon Quest, just of all time, like games. Dragon Quest 8, one of the best in my opinion. But anyway, my point is they are apparently remaking 7. Or reimagining, I think it's called the Reimagined. So I guess I'll have another chance to try and get through it. Hopefully they did some quality of life upgrades that will make it more fun, and will allow me to actually finish the game. So we'll see. I'll definitely report back when that time comes. What else we got? Oh yeah, they had I guess an announcement that Metroid, apparently Samus is going to have a motorbike. For certain segments. So you do love Dragon Quest 7. See, that's great. I'm glad that there are people that like it. You know, like, and it doesn't just universally suck. But like, yeah, I couldn't get through it. I was just having a hard time. So I'm looking forward to trying again. Whenever that comes out, I think next spring or something. I gotta check it. I have a Google sheet. I'm such a loser. I make a Google sheet with release dates and then arrange the games in the order of which I want to play them, so that my backlog doesn't get too like stuffed. So I'm gonna find out when it comes out, and I'm gonna put it on my sheet. I think they had a release date, but yeah. But yeah, apparently Samus is going to have a motorbike in Prime 4. So I mean, I'm still looking forward to that game. Whatever, I don't know. I don't know what they plan on doing, but it looks interesting. I'll say that. So yeah, overall, it was a pretty okay Nintendo Direct. You know, I wish there was a little bit more Mario stuff to talk about, but you know, that's where we landed. So it's all good. Anyway, is my mic hot? I feel it looks like my mic's hot. I keep seeing the red. Me. All right, that's fine. Cool. So yeah, let me know what you think about that Direct. I thought it was pretty good, but wasn't great, and nothing really blew my mind. And for Mario's 40th anniversary, I feel like there should have been something in there that was like, whoa.